What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And today we're going to be showing you guys a video with Kurt Russell. And this is interesting because he's talking about the Phoenix Lights. And most people don't know this. I didn't know this until I saw the video, that he is the guy who actually was flying a plane and reported that. He's the first person that saw it and reported it to authorities.
Yeah, this is a very cool story. So you're in for a treat. Please stick with us.
And we were on approach, and I saw 6 lights over the airport in absolute uniform in a V shape, and Oliver said to me, I was just looking at him, and I was coming in, we're maybe a half a mile out, and Oliver said, "Pa, what are those lights?" And I then it kind of like came out of my reverie, and I said, "I don't know what they are." I said, he said, "Are we okay here?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna call him," and I reported it. And they said, "We're not painting anything. We don't show anything." I said, "Well, okay, I'm going to declare it's unidentified, it's flying, and it's 6 objects." Mm-hmm. We landed. I taxied, dropped him off, took off, went back to L.A. Never said a word. He never said a word. I never thought of it. 2 years later, Goldie is watching a television show when I came home. Yeah. And the show is on UFOs. But as I came home, "Hey, honey, how's it going?" And I'm kind of hearing the TV going, and I stopped and I started watching, and it was on that event. Now that was the most viewed UFO event. Over 20,000 people saw that. And I'm watching this, and I'm feeling like Richard Dreyfuss in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's like, why do I know this? You know what? And it's not clear to me. And finally, I said. Then they said the pilot reported it, a general aviation pilot reported it on landing. I'd never thought of it since then, and I said, that was me. That was me. And I said, wait a minute, I'll go to my logbooks. So I went to my logbooks, and there was the flight at that time, and I didn't mention anything about the UFO. The fascinating part of that to me is that it just went literally out of my head.
What's amazing is the media that reported on that doesn't even know at the time when they're reporting about it.
So he reports this, the Phoenix Lights in 97. He's like one of the first guys to do it, but he has no idea that he never tied together that that's what he saw. And what a neat story to come home and hear hear the show in the background and realize, hey, I reported that.
And the thing is, the show isn't even saying who reported it because they don't know.
Right. That's the most ironic thing of all.
Yeah. And Oliver never mentioned it. And had I not seen that show, I'd have never thought of it again. Amazing. Now, that, to me, was the weird part.
Well, that just adds a little more credibility to the Phoenix Lights of 97. I can tell you, I lived out in the valley from 98 to 2000, and people were talking about it then, and it was a lot of people. He said 20,000. I don't know if it's that many, but I know like 12,000 people I can remember on the news, the local news, like had reported it. So like many people, apparently, it was so big that it literally blocked out your view of a mountain, because out there, if you have, if you're wealthy, you can live on top of a mountain. And there were plenty of houses up there that had just an extraordinary view, and how much of the starlight was blocked out. And, there's reports that this thing was like a football field. It was huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember it when I was in high school when it happened. And my reaction was like, are they going to investigate it? And of course, nothing came of it. And we'll see what happens about all this. But the other thing that I found interesting is he's telling the story on BBC, and he's with Chris Pratt. This is when they actually did the movie Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and he plays Chris Pratt's dad. And it's fitting that he's playing an alien, and he's talking about how he saw aliens or UFO whenever he was in Arizona in 97.
The funniest part is that he wasn't scared. He just reported it. He noted it, that it was out of the ordinary, but there's such a reluctancy to report something like that, and he was the first guy, so it wasn't like everyone had seen it already and was going crazy. He literally reported it and then flew back to LA. So while everything's going down in Phoenix, he's flying back to LA. He has no idea.
All right, guys, that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed. Please hit that like button, comment, and share this out to everybody.
Thanks for joining us and have a wonderful day.